Shalom to all the Jews and Gentiles alike. Sending a strong shalom to the children of light. Namaste to all. Y'all already know what the deal is. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, our power, to Yahuwah Osenu, Yahuwah Sabaoth, Yahuwah Shamayim, Anu 𝐭𝐸, the Great Spirits, Wakanda, Hawa, the All Parents, through the Earthly Mother, and acknowledgments to our elder brother, Yahushua, HaMashiach, 𝐯𝐢𝐝, Matzah the Lamb, Yesiah, the Messiah, Yahusha, the Lion from the tribe of Yehuda, the one the world calls Jesus Christ. So brethren, we back in the building. It's been a while, but we back. And I don't know about you, but time definitely has been accelerating. I don't know if any of you could tell, but I just feel like time has been accelerating. And a lot of things have been happening in today's society. And a lot of people have been sitting here wondering what's been going on, what's happening. This whole society is collapsing. Okay, it's not gonna get any better. Ever since 2019, 2020, it's just been going to complete garbage. All right, and so we're about to get into why things have been going left, things have been going south. All these earthquakes been popping off, all these hurricanes, a lot of destruction going on in this world, a lot of wars, right? We about to get into it, okay? Because we about to go deep, okay? We're not going to get the general breakdown of what's going on, but we about to go deep, all right? So first, we're going to go into the apocalypse of Abraham. And we're going to go to chapter 30. And this is verse 1. Let me get it right here. And while he was still speaking, I found myself on earth, and I said, Eternal Mighty One, I am no longer in the glory in which I was above. And all that my soul desired to understand in my heart I do not understand. And he said to me, I will explain to you the things you desired in your heart. For you have sought to know the 10 plagues, which I prepared against the heathen. See, these other nations are going through these plagues right now. And I prepared them beforehand in the passing of the 12 hours on earth. Hear what I tell you, it will be thus. The first, sorrow from much need. The second, fiery conflagrations for the cities. There was a crazy wildfire that happened a while back, feeling about a few months ago, that happened in Hawaii. Right, it was in Hawaii, and there's just been forest fires all over the place. Okay, this is what it's talking about. But we about to get deeper and deeper as to why these things are happening. Okay, it's not just this, but you know we gonna get deep. The third, destruction by pestilence among the cattle. The fourth, famine of the world, of the generation. The fifth, among the rulers, destruction by earthquake and the sword. The sixth, increase of hail and snow. The seventh, wild beasts will be their grave. I don't know if you noticed, but there has been some, let's just say these other nations have been getting killed, murdered by some of these animals as of late. I'm not sure if you've been paying attention, but it has been happening. The eighth, pestilence and hunger will change the destruction. The ninth, execution by the sword and flight in distress. The 10th, thunder, voices, and destroying earthquakes. There's been earthquakes all over the place. think there was something that happened down in, was it Nepal or India? And this has been crazy. Now let's go to Luke 21. All right. Now a lot of people, they like to go to Luke 25, and they say there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. Right? They like to go there, but y'all don't know why that's happening. Okay, but we about to get into it. Alrighty, but let's go to verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. Now, when you see Judea, you thinking about what's going on over there in the so-called Middle East. But Judea just means the lands, and we about to prove that the Americas is the land of the Israelites. All right. So, Luke 21:21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. Okay, this is when the Israelites was going through their punishment. All right, now verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. This is the Israelites when they were destroyed, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. See, the Gentiles, they came in and they took over. Okay, they took over. Then it says, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And then in verse 25, we go there, and where it says, there shall be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. See, people don't know what the heck going on. Right? There were two, eclipses that happened in October. Okay? People got no idea what's going on. The sea and the waves roaring. So when you see these signs in the sun, moon, and the stars, that's when you know the time of the Gentiles have been fulfilled. Now, you're probably wondering, what do you mean the time of the Gentiles been being fulfilled? See, what you got to understand is the Gentiles, they were given a blessing when they came over here to the Americas. They were given a blessing that was only going to last for a limited amount of time. Now, let's go to Romans 11:25 to get more understanding. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 25, and it reads, For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery. Do not be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. That blindness, in part, is happened to Israel. See, Israel lost their heritage. They lost who they were. Okay, they lost everything. Their records, their identity. Their identity was given to other nations of people. Okay. Until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. See, the powers that be know that when the true Israel wakes up, time is going to be done for them. It's going to be over. It's going to be game, set, match. Because prophecy revolves around the true Israel. Not the fake Israel. Okay? Not what Joe Biden is doing over here. Oh, they about to sign a bill. Oh, no. It revolves around the true Israel. And later in this video, we're going to see that it has to do with the consciousness level. But first, let's go to the book of Jubilees. This is the book of Jubilees, chapter 8, verse 20. Was it not 20? Verse 30. This is the land which came to Japheth and to his sons as a portion of his inheritance, which he will possess for himself and for his sons for the generation forever. The 5 great islands and a great land in the north. So Japheth was given the cold lands up north. Okay? But it is cold, and the land of Ham is hot. But the land of Shem which Israel comes from, is not hot or cold, but it is mixed with cold and heat. So this is the lands with seasons, and the Americas have seasons. So America is definitely the lands that the Most High gave to Shem. We're about to go down to chapter 9, verse 14. And this is the covenant that Noah made with his sons, that they were not supposed to take the lands of their brothers, or they would be cursed. But as you can see, that has happened. And since it has happened, people that don't belong in the land, the wicked that came and took these lands, gonna have to get removed. This is verse 14. And thus the sons of Noah divided for their children before Noah their father, and he made them all swear an oath to curse each and every one who desired to seize a portion which did not come in his lot. What did we read just now in chapter 8? The lands that they were given. Okay, so you just can't sit up here and say, oh well, people steal lands all the time, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does. And they all said, so be it, and so let it be to them and to their sons forever in their generations, until the day of judgment, in which the Most High Lord God will judge them with a sword and with fire, on account of all the evil of the pollution of their errors, which have filled the earth with sin and pollution and fornication and transgression. So stealing other people's land is not something you were supposed to do. Now let's get a precept in the Bible. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 35-33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. What did they do when they came over here? Rape, rob, murder, steal. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Now let's go to the stick of Ephraim, the Book of Mormon. This is 1 Nephi, chapter 13, verse 12. Okay? And I looked and beheld a man among the Gentiles. This is talking about Columbus when he came over here, who was separated from the seed of my brethren by the many waters. And I beheld the Spirit of the Most High, that it came down and wrought upon the man. And he went forth upon the many waters, even unto the seed of my brethren, who were in the promised land. Now it's funny how it says the promised land, because the Americas is the promised lands. And it came to pass that I beheld the Spirit of God that had wrought upon other Gentiles, and they went forth out of captivity upon the many waters. And it came to pass that I beheld many multitudes of the Gentiles upon the land of promise, that I beheld the wrath of the Most High, that it was upon the seed of my brethren, and they were scattered before the Gentiles, and were smitten. You see, the Israelites were already here in these lands, and the Most High had to send the Gentiles here for our punishments. Now we're about to go into the Oahspe Bible. We're about to go to the book of 𝐁𝐨𝐤𝐬, daughter of Jehovah, chapter 9, chapter 10, verse 5. God had said, I will go to the northward, to the western coast of Europa, which is Europe, and my angel host shall inspire another people to migrate to Guama, which is the Americas, for conscience sake. And it shall be proved in time to come that they whom I shall take across the ocean shall inherit Guama, which is the Americas, and they shall prosper in peace and virtue and wisdom and learning and inventions, the Gentiles when they came over here. And man in after time shall witness the difference betwixt the people of Leo amongst possessions, as compared with mine own in the northern regions. And so God sent his angel hosts among the factions of western Europa, and inspired mortals to rise up and depart out of that country for conscience sake. And they that were inspired of God crossed over the ocean and landed in Guama. And they named the place of their landing Plymouth Rock, saying, For God's sake and for liberty, help us, O thou our Creator. See, the Most High allowed the Gentiles to come over here, but they were only going to have a limited time to reign. That's what we read in Romans 11:25, that the time of the Gentiles would be fulfilled until the Israelites wake up. Now let's get another precept in the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 15. For he has brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child. That's when these Gentiles came over here. See, they didn't reverence no old man. They didn't care about if it was an old man. They didn't care if it was a 4-year-old. They didn't care. They came, they raped, they robbed, they murdered, they stole. They got comfy. Okay, they built their churches up over here. And we're about to get into that right now. Actually, let's actually go back to the stick of Ephraim, the Book of Mormon. Back to 1 Nephi 13, verse 3. And he said unto me, These are the nations and kingdoms of the Gentiles. And it came to pass that I saw among the nations of the Gentiles the formation of a great church. And the angel said unto me, Behold, the formation of a church, which is most abominable above all other churches, which slayeth the saints of God, which is the true Israel. Yea, and tortureth them, and bindeth them down, and yoketh them with a yoke of iron, and bringeth them down into captivity. Now this is the kicker here. Verse 6. And it came to pass that I beheld this great and abominable church, and I saw the devil, that he was the founder of it. So if you going to church on Sunday, you going to Satan's house. You see, these Gentiles, they've gotten too comfortable. And this is not to bring down the Gentiles. This is all for edification purposes. Okay? This is why the dollar is dying, because the blessing is over. Look at the rent right now. It's pretty high. Look at the gas prices. Look at the dating markets. Look how crazy that is. Look at the relationships nowadays. Look at the divorce rates right now. The divorce rates at an all-time high right now. Look at the birth rates. They have been decreasing, especially since after the you-know-what in 2020. This whole society is collapsing because the blessing is over. This place has to get taken down. Now I know what you're thinking. You don't want this place to go away. You don't want life to end. But that's the issue. The issue is you are too attached to this world. You are attached to the external things, the materialism. You still haven't figured out who you are spiritually. And that's the problem. See, you gotta understand that there are entities that are trying to keep you in that materialism, carnal state. They're trying to keep you earthbound. And this all ties in with consciousness and the awakening that's happening right now. See, once the true Israelites, the true Israel, the children of light wake up, this whole place gonna come down. They know that. That's why they focus on programming and trying to keep you distracted on things that don't matter. Right? They get you stuck on entertainment, stuck on celebrities, stuck on the cares of this life. All right? So let's go into the keys. We going to the book of knowledge, the keys of Enoch. We're gonna go to key 304, page 383. This is verse 51. Our planet is no different than any other form of life that must renew itself. See, we about to go through a shift right now, and this whole place about to get transformed. It is like an energy molecule going through a renewal and being restored to a new existence. We must understand that the geomagnetic reversals and the changing of the electromagnetic density are necessary parts of the recycling of human biochemical processes as humanity passes into a new body of light. So if you have been paying attention to what has been happening with the earth, the solar flares, the aurora lights, right, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, everything has just been increasing in frequency and intensity, right? And we had made a video called the electromagnetic null zone and how our solar system is about to enter an electromagnetic null zone. This is also why the ice caps is melting, okay? Because we about to go through that shift. It's about to be a magnetic pole shift, and it's not going to be safe for people that are still on this earth. And this is where the second Exodus comes in. But let's continue. In all of these fundamental changes, however, we must understand that there is no fixed time scale in these changes from the standpoint of a singular relativity. This is what's important here. The time factor is determined by a sliding criteria of events on a galactic and planetary scale, which is what we're seeing right now, matched, keyword, matched with the spiritual activity of a sun universe. We are in a sun universe. The spiritual activity has to do with the consciousness. So let me read it again. The time factor is determined by a sliding criteria of events on a galactic and planetary scale. The solar flares, the aurora lights, right? The earthquakes. Matched with the spiritual activity of a sun universe, directing the blueprint of casual fertility. So it's based off of the consciousness. So once the consciousness has increased for the children of light, when the true Israel wake up, destruction can commence. That's how this works, because it's based off of consciousness. That is why the children of light was sent to increase the vibration, the frequency of this realm. Because once that happens, destruction can come, and then this realm can be upgraded. That is the whole entire point of everything. Now, let's go into the superscripts. We're about to go into the fourth light picture superscript. Thou shalt be the kingdom. This is verse 395. Most importantly, behind all of this is consciousness, which acts as the hidden variable. That is the fundamental force of the universe, is consciousness itself. Let's get another precept. Let's go into the second light picture superscript. Thou shalt be the image. And again, verse 395. The power of consciousness is the overriding factor for all life. So the consciousness is what is important. This is why they focus on programming. Because if they can get you distracted and have you focus on carnal things, external things, worldly things, they can keep this whole matrix, this whole show running. So prophecy revolves around the true Israel. Once they wake up, once the consciousness level increase, it's over. the time of the Gentiles will be fulfilled. And this whole realm gets transformed. This is why everything is going left. This is why everything is falling apart. So the faster this consciousness increase, the faster this society falls. So when you see these earthquakes, these volcano eruptions, these hurricanes, it's all because of the consciousness field. That's gonna be it for this video. I say shalom and stay strong.